The if-else statement allows us to conditionally execute another statement, right? So rather than just returning a value, we can execute an actual statement. And so basically we start with just the keyword if, followed by parentheses, and inside of this parentheses, we add our condition, and then following that, we have the statement we want to execute if that condition is true. If the condition was false, we would just skip over that statement, right? So to see that in action, I have some code here where I have two variables. V1 is 10, V2 is 4. I say if V1 is greater than V2, print out V1 is bigger. So basically it just evaluates that condition as long as it's true, which in this case it is. It prints out V1 is bigger. If statements can optionally have an else clause added to them, which says what do you want to do if the condition is false. You simply put else followed by whatever you want that action to be on the false side. So our code here, we simply say else, print out V1 is not bigger. Oftentimes you'll have more than simply if this condition is true or it's false. You may have multiple things you need to evaluate. So you can actually chain if-else statements together. And when you do that, the system will just keep evaluating them until one is true. Right, so we set that up with our regular if statement just like we did before, right, followed by the else. But after the else, we can put another if and another condition. And if that condition is true, we have its true statement. And we can repeat this as many times as we want. Right? We could have 20 or 30 of these in a row if we wanted to. That probably wouldn't be a good coding practice, but it's completely legal. And you can optionally have just an else at the end to say, well, if none of those were true, what should I do in that case? Right, so see that in code. Again, we have our V1 is 10, V2 is 40. We said, well, if V1 is greater than V2, print out V1 is bigger. Else, if V1 is less than V2, print out V2 is bigger. And if neither of those are true, then print out V1 and V2 are equal. So in this case, the system would first evaluate is V1 greater than V2? It's not. So it jumps down to that next condition. Is V1 less than V2? Oh, it is. Go ahead and print out V2 is bigger.